Head coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
Detroit!
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Lucky 56.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Detroit! Check 15. Watch him now, Barney!
They'll toss it to Hunt. Powerful running. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now Brown will call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
This is Ajayi, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. From the gun, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And the Browns getting set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now it's Hunt. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
No. Check. Patriot.
Here's Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
With it is Browns. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They run with a giant. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Demarius Randall. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the 2 guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
On 2nd down, Taylor. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And Taylor's throw there should have been intercepted, but it's incomplete. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But there is a certainty in this game. We know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there. And, look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete. But they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
They run with Hunt. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Right back to him on first down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
A toss play to Hunt. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game. And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge. A first down throw for Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge. Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Patriot!
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield off the play fake. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Demetrius Harris from 6 yards away. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill. On 2nd down, here's Taylor.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Slow.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. A lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They have more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Slow. Ready. Flag 32.
Play action. It's Taylor. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
319. Slow.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Being chased out left. Stays on his feet. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Play action. Now Taylor. He may try and run for this. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a 1st. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. Here's Ajayi. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Olivier Vernon not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
Z. Slow. Z.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. That's complete to Lamar Miller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. So we're at halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And it's a touchdown. Corey Brown, 96 yards, and the Texans are in for 6.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Because special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Patriot! Watch it now, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Play fake. Mayfield rolling to his left. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. A big play that time for Cleveland, and even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From from the red zone now. Mayfield steps away to his left. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a second down. From the gun, Mayfield buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Mayfield with it once more. Forced out to his left. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now it's Ajayi. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. A first down carry now for Miller. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Taylor looking to throw on second down. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Larry Ogunjobi getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And Matthews over the middle with the grab. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So that one will be accepted. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Slow.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Over the middle to Beckham. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Gets around him. And now running right through it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Detroit!
And we're back now here in Cleveland.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield on 1st down. Dancing to his left. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Second down, Mayfield being chased out left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a fourth quarter lead. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead out in front at 13-12. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And here comes the Texans now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Texans on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hopkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Taylor operating from the gun, flushed out right. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
slow. Z.
He's back to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And they'll run it here. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They get it to him running left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
Here's Miller. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases,
they'll look down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This one from 48 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.